Hey guys, Max Tornado here again. Just wanted to discuss some things for the upcoming CVC. A friendly reminder because these things are things that slip my mind frequently, and I figured it might be good to kind of just toss out the reminder for folks, especially new players who might not have went through CVC before or who are a little unsure of how they should manage their resources. To start off, I'm sorry, my voice is kind of hoarse. I'm kind of recovering from an ear infection and a sinus infection, so hopefully I'll be feeling better from that soon enough. But we'll go ahead and dive in. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's valuable time. So, some of the major takeaways for clan versus clan resource management is we want to try to hold on to things like booking our champions, like going ahead and upgrading our Great Hall. Um, like sometimes we want to hold on to a particular fusion or a fragment summon. I'm going to be doing that with Mighty Uko this week. Uh, if we have a lot of forge resources, as you can see, I've got a lot of forge resources. I typically will burn these through the CVC. I'll make a lot of silver from the gear that I don't want to keep, and then I might craft some great perception gear. Or I might craft some great, whatever. So that can be nice to kind of increase and progress your account while also increasing the silver because we always need more silver, right? So yeah, I would say that that's kind of one of the frustrating things about CVC and Raid Shadow Legends is it, people meme on it and call it Wait Shadow Legends, right? I think that was something Jay Giggs kind of made a great video on once, and it's true, right? It kind of feels bad to constantly feel like you're holding your resources until the perfect time. But the reality of this game is it's really about account management, right? And so once you kind of accept that the game is also account management along with all the strategy and the champion building and all that, then it starts to feel a little bit less unpleasant. But it's still, I wish it wasn't the case, right? Like, who wants to wait to book a champion until CVC? It is what it is currently. That's what we have to work with. So, no point in complaining too much, I guess. Ethereum knows that we don't really like it, so I guess they're just okay with it currently. So yeah, we typically would encourage, like I would say, if you're a new player and you pull an amazing champion, right, and that champion's going to progress your account tremendously. Like you've pulled an apothecary, you've pulled a deacon or something, and you know what, you're still a week and a half away from CVC. Of course, do what you need to do to progress your account, get further in the dungeons, all those things. That's really, really valuable. If CVC is a day or two away, okay, well, sure, maybe then you're thinking maybe I'll hold on to it. Uh, I mean, it's kind of just using your common sense. You might want to progress your account really quick if you're a new player, and if you're starting to get into the mid game, it might be valuable to go ahead and hold on to some of those resources for CVC, right? So let's see. To kind of go through a major tip is, the night before, make sure you run all your keys, right? So do Ultra Nightmare, do Brutal, do Hard, whatever you can do. Manage to use three or four keys throughout the day, right? Then once CVC begins, right? Don't do it before CVC begins because you can see CVC begins in 18 hours. Some folks, they'll come in and they'll claim their clan boss rewards, um, and then that kind of sets them up to lose a lot of points. So we don't want to do that. Same thing with faction wars. So obviously these will end in 9 hours, but Orc Crypt and Sacred Order begins in 9 hours. You don't want the moment reset happens to just start burning your faction war keys. Save those for the morning or the next day, and use them once CVC is started because that's going to give you a lot of CVC points. Um, let's see. You can obviously go in here and kind of take a look at what has the two times objectives, right? So doing spider is going to be valuable. Doing the gear objectives, that's going to be helpful. Um, but here's another major takeaway. If you're a new player, early game, early mid game, you might not be in the position where you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do 100,000 points. I'm going to try to get personal rewards. I'm going to try to get the tier 6 clan rewards. you might be in a position where you're looking at tier one, tier two, and that's totally fine. Don't beat yourself up and say like, "Oh, I need to be pushing higher, higher, higher." Everyone starts out at these lower tiers, right? Everyone is a new player at one time. And these rewards are really valuable, right? Don't underestimate the value of getting a whole bunch of energy and getting a whole bunch of 3-star chickens and 4-star chickens, big books. Like these are amazing rewards for early game accounts, mid game accounts. Um, so so just kind of enjoy the process, right? Like don't beat yourself up if you're not the top person on your clan's list or anything. Um, just do the best you can and have fun with it. Like I said, I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. Typically, the recommendations are use your clan boss keys the day before. Save your clan boss chest opening until CVC has started. Don't use your faction ward keys until CVC has started. If you can save things like upgrading your Great Hall or upgrading your champion skills, um, once CVC is started, then that's awesome. If you're super early game, don't sweat it. Right, like use the champions you're given, progress your account. That's your major goal. And of course, don't sit on a ton of forge resources like I have. Use those, burn them during CVC. You'll get more silver. You'll get more points for CVC. So it's a all the way around win. So yeah, and another thing is too, like I said, I'm pulling Mighty Yuko this week, right? I'm pulling this during CVC because this champion's going to be impactful for my account. If this champion could sit here for another week or two, then I would pull it during the next champion chase event for a fusion or a fragment event, because those are really valuable for me too, and I'm like a really low spender. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. I appreciate everyone who has been stopping by and chatting on Twitch. I'll have my Twitch linked in the description. I appreciate everyone who's joined the Discord. That's always super fun. We kind of are chatting in there all the time, and I appreciate everyone who is subscribing on YouTube, or even just watching the video. That means a lot to me, and I'm excited to kind of grow the channel. So if you don't mind liking the video, subscribing, I'm gonna keep on putting out content like this at a pretty consistent pace. That's my hope, at least. And I'd love suggestions from you guys in the comments about what kind of videos that you'd like to see from a kind of late mid game or early late game player. Um, Low spender, of course, so I don't have a ton of resources to kind of just toss at random things. But my hope is to kind of give you all a different perspective with that. And eventually, I'd love to be able to do the gem giveaways. I'd love to be able to give you guys free resources from Plarium if I'm ever able to make it to that point. So that's the goal. Um, and of course, leave comments and feedback and how I can do better. Right. So if there's something that I've not mentioned about good ways to store CVC points or earn CVC points, mention that in the comments so you can help out other players. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Next time.